He's pushed up far. The boom bot will come around the corner. A couple of burst shots coming out from the classic. Nade to follow as well. That's going to push Drone in closer. There's the nice flash coming out from Breach. That allows Drone into that position. Meanwhile, inside the Cyber Cage, you've got Neptune with the Frenzy. Timing is everything, and it works out well. They have jmoh peek from Ropes and Neptune peek from Mailroom. And that 1-2 punch produces success. The drive-by dink shot for Shanks is right on the money. But it's not a fatal blow. The team is trying to get back in, but Subroza is doing everything possible. jmoh falls short as well, despite the fact that Subroza is low in HP. There's enough time to throw out a nade, and look at the damage that was dealt. It's a chunky boy. Shanks getting tagged up as he goes for the self-heal. He's down to 42 HP. There's a target right around the corner, but one in B main. TSM pick up a big pistol round win.
Well, the rest of TSM, they're going to have to book it back towards the A side. It's an open site for now because the rotation has been pushed forward at mid side, at B side to start, but they have a 5-man roster to retake, and that's even huge when you get a kill on a spike carrier.
TSM down 2 players as they go to secure that spike plant.
Spike planted.
Genghsta had the paint shells nade prepped and ready. There's a target right around the corner. They desperately need to find the pickup. It all happens so fast. Now jcStani is looking for the Bulldog, and he's found it. A little extra firepower here. Has one shadow step as well and a dark cover in just a moment. But Drone is holding the line, watching for the peak to come through. Kind of a non-factor. Now, there is a lurk in that area right now. That's Drone who's over there lurking as Phoenix, but they're going to be heading towards the A site. There's a lot of firepower here.
Cool.
Genghsta doesn't get cleared. He's up on top, and he's got Neptune backing him up as well. It's now just one player over on the site. Drone is too far away from the play to really offer up any level of support, so Wardell has to back off and try and save this up. Quick shot out onto Neptune.
We have taken control of the Heaven side for TSM. Big name, but that's going to go behind him, and that's going to catch him off guard, and that's what I'm talking about. When I saw how well TSM is playing is those pulls around the wall, but speaking about close around the wall, so does Immortals. They're doing the same thing, retaliate by playing tight corners towards Hell. And as they got the first pick, they thought the site was going to be weakened, and as they jump in, they're jumping in like lemmings. 1988, just crater on the ground. They all die. And it's going to be Immortals, the ground that they land on, and they're looking to actually tie things up on a 2-2.
You ever play Lemmings when you were a kid, by the way? The game?
That's all I played. That's why I said 1988, when they just fall down and crater and die.
Yeah. TSM picked up a couple of early rounds. The Neptune has a good angle here. Has to be careful, doing significant damage to Wardell, who's low on knives after trying to come through. He's got 2 HP, but oh, that's a quick toss of the knife out from Wardell. Neptune is still in a sticky situation. Goes the wrong direction, and now he's gifted a rifle over to Subroza.
Mistake from Immortals for looking at the wrong angles with those 2 players alive after those first knives that were missed by Wardell. But they do have a showstopper that gets denied. jcStani still runs through the Blaze Wall to get 2 kills of his own. So it's a 2 versus 1. The odds are in favor of TSM, though, because if things get sour, they still have a Rolling Thunder to work with. jmoh moving through with the Ghost and the Operator. There goes the start of the fuse, and that's what I said. There goes the Rolling Thunder, and Hazed is going to be the one that's going to push in. A flash for him to peek, and as they see that it's clear, that's it. Oh, no.
No, he just won it.
Oh, they tried.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, how does that happen? Oh,
Yeah.
It's a misplay. TSM, yet again, player disadvantage. There's the ult to the backside of site. I actually like this move from Neptune, just kind of surrendering control, realizing it wasn't worth it to stick around, because if he peeks to the backside of site, he's got no cover for main. So he could ultimately get spotted from 2 different angles. Wardell with the pickoff, a nice shot onto jcStani as well.
Spike planted.
So TSM, now Genghsta from up top is able to connect onto at least one. Neptune is trying to move into position, and he's flying through the sky currently, slowly drifting downward, going inside the smoke, looking for a line of sight on anyone. Can't quite find it.
We did say that they have to start stepping it up. It was very one-sided start, and they're starting with the run it back to try to open into A site, but a big paranoia. I don't think that's wasted. It was a great job to stop it because you don't get more information for TSM. Flash for them to execute in the trade as jcStani gets the first kill, but Wardell stays alive to trade it off.
No.
Hazed. jmoh should have had that kill as a drive-by with the Phantom, but TSM are going to be able to put the plant down.
Planted.
jmoh had such a good position for that, but it doesn't work out well.
From the shadows to try to get some information. But TSM off that will decide to fall back and rush back towards the A site. Shanks trying to push forward to try to surprise them, but Subroza was ready for it this time.
Immortals.
They're running back to B.
Yeah, Immortals is shifting off to this A site, but TSM is running B.
But you heard them run
30
towards
seconds
spawn
left.
side, so he's like, they're going spawn to A, everybody's rotating, but he never heard them run back towards B. So he kept walking.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. How he didn't hear that one, how that came to be. So, Wardell
Player standing.
picking off one, but it's Subroza who's in spawn, currently finding shot after shot. It's a 4K for Subroza as TSM control the scoreboard here, 5-3 over Immortals. Where they're going to be facing off
30
jmoh
seconds
first,
left.
and that's Hazed with a big kill. That was pivotal. It puts everything on jcStani, who's on the site currently. There's some support coming. As you can see, Neptune and company leaping over. Genghsta's the first one to get there. That's the peek through. jcStani does get 2 kills from inside the site. Wardell has to pop off with just 10 seconds left, and uh-oh, that's not what you want to see happen. 31 HP, 5 seconds on the clock, and I love the move from jcStani, winning the round by just getting out of dodge. Immortals wins, and he'll even get the kill at the end and grab an op. This is going to be really difficult. He's likely to get smoked out too. Yeah, there's dark cover coming in right on top of his position. And if he were to try to push
30
past this, it would be ill-advised. Goes for it anyway, and actually gets the timing right, and even gets away with a nice tailwind. Has to be careful. There's one in spawn. Push forward through screens, but Subroza doesn't stand a chance. Now Wardell is coming up from ramp, and jmoh wants to take that battle. It's going to be a 1v1 between the oppers. Did he spot the barrel go around the corner or not? Wardell is currently watching the flank. jmoh is trying to move in through ramp. The first player coming in from spawn will go down, and now it's down to this, the 1v1, and Wardell from point-blank range delivers with another shot out of his operator. Smoke's coming down towards A, and oh man. Immortals, they were falling for it at first, but you can see they're starting to shift back, especially with that tripwire going down. They have one player in sight. It's Neptune, who's only got a classic, and he's hoping he can maybe get a line of sight onto somebody and stop the spike plant. He knows there's one behind him. Is the burst where it needs to be? Yes. But there's the repeat coming in from Wardell. Genghsta with the stinger. What can Genghsta do? Peeking out. Cloudburst lands right on top of him. Makes it a little bit harder to try to make something happen. His teammate coming in from heaven only has a sheriff. So he's just going to try and throw that smoke down on top of the spike and hope for the best. They're sticking it currently. They've got it to halfway. Oh man, that was a little sketchy there. But Wardell hit that line perfectly.
Rolling Thunder up towards B Heaven. Will this force a rotate out? You have also from the shadows the ultimate from Omen in the back of the site, so they are quickly executing through. And Drone gets the 2 openers, looks back towards the Heaven, goes for the hat trick, headshot onto Genghsta, as Wardell leaves it into the hands of jmoh as the last man standing on a 3 versus 1, walking through the dark cover as Drone adds up the quad to end the half.
Well, there's Drone with a pick off. The nade goes down, paint shells into the ramp area. Boombot to lead up as well. There's a lot of bodies currently building up here. Now, the Boombot spots a target. They have managed to get that spike across onto the site, so all of this fighting has pushed TSM back far enough that they've been able to get out onto the site and guarantee a plant out of this. The Boombot coming in from TSM is not exactly going where it was supposed to. Drone will find another one, though, with his classic. Genghsta drops Cutler, but Drone comes through and finds a third on the round. It's all up to Shanks, who's inside. He's playing as the Reyna, so he's got that self-heal. He's got multiple self-heals. Somehow Shanks has made it almost possible. It's down to a one-on-one. Shanks, the stand-in, the substitute, eventually taken care of by Drone, but it got a little bit scary there, as Drone has to find a 4K on the round, capping off with a 1v1. And Subroza's got it on LD. You can see there's support as well from Mailroom, or for Mailroom from Ropes. Cutler lines it up with the SMG. Subroza trying to come around the corner. Like, they got to deal with the blast packs. Nice flash coming out as well. Subroza, go for the knife. Go for the knife. He's going to play it safe, tosses an 8 out there. Genghsta is waiting around the corner. There's the curveball. Do they go for it now? Nope, it's just a firing squad. Double-digit rounds for TSM.
Try to split back inside this B site, but it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a 3-on-3 on that area.
Shanks moving in. Quick shots out onto Hazed, and oh man, they execute quite literally onto the site. Now Wardell is present and waiting.
Spike planted.
So that laser beam of an op will fire right on through, taking Shanks, who is a serious threat, out of this situation. Immortals now has 2 players remaining. Hot hands going down into B main. Drone clearing out positions, a great flash to clear out Hells, but it's a quick 1-2. And now it's down to Genghsta versus Wardell, and that's awkward, but he hits it! No. Genghsta goes full Quake 3, fires the rocket at the wall. Probably one of the most impressive showstopper ults I've ever seen. I hate to cut you off, but like that's just mind-blowing. Like,
of course,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I was definitely speechless, which is why I was like trying to find my words, and it was a very nice kill to get for Genghsta, a very beautiful clutch, and a good way to make it a 10-5, and that's gonna put here the eco for TSM. So just off that 1 versus 1, we reset the economy for TSM. Cutler trying to go for the flank, but unfortunately Shanks has a different answer.
They needed something to kind of bring them back to life, a bit of resuscitation that acted as a defibrillator, and that shock might be felt through the team, but not when players hits run it back as well to advance the play further forward. Now, jcStani has used the ult to get into the back corner of A site, so a spike plant will be coming through. It's a good adaptation from Immortals. Neptune getting into this advanced position will be pivotal. That flash is huge. Goes inside the dark cover. You need to see more from Neptune in that scenario. Losing the 1v1 against Wardell inside the smoke. Big fat paranoia coming out, flushing jcStani back even further. Wardell says, hey, Drone, I see that 4K you had earlier in this second half. I'm going to do the same thing.
You're going to see this man put up multiple kills again for TSM.
They do try to clear it. It's a bit of a soft clear, though, so it's not a full clear. There's the showstopper ult. Oh, no! No way! We have a second opportunity to see something similar happen again. Again, it's a jet and a raise with the showstopper ult. This time the roles reversed. To be fair, in this instance, it's not as crazy. It's not a 1v1, and there's no horizontal movement. It's much closer quarters, but still, the fact that we were joking about likely never seeing that happen again, and it happens just a few rounds later, I mean, that's absurd. Paranoia coming out from Hazed,
Boom.
And it's a big fat boy. It's like a school bus of Flash driving into B main.
But it pays off from the gameplay that they have, the playstyle they have, and they're looking to hold one more time to try to these last 3 kills. jcStani has other words to say, so does jmoh. They turn it over to a 1-minute advantage for Immortals instead. They're gonna let the spike time go down. As soon as it comes out, Drone's gonna get the first kill. He knows 1 ran back towards the pillar. So he has to come up to where they decide to roll this thunder from, if you could even call it that.
Nice shot coming out from Genghsta again in a clutch position on the site. You know, the weapon he's got is maybe not the best given the scenario. Once that fire rate slows down, he's got 1 chance. Mom's spaghetti. It's 13-6. TSM takes the second map over Immortals, forcing us to that third map after all, as Immortals was very flat on the defensive side.